And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the host for this evening, Mr. Bernie Furchpan.
Good evening, everybody. I'm sure you were debating whether you should come or not, right? You guys know that there's a debate going on tonight? So you had to make a decision. Isn't there a debate? No? Is it the Jazz Awards or the debate? I'm glad you're here. Welcome, everybody, to the Metropolitan Room. Thank you so much. I'd like to bring my gorgeous wife, Jo. Could you please welcome to the stage my wife, Joanne Furchpan? Lately, I can't seem to do anything without her, so I need for you to stand next to me, honey. Thank you. Hold my hand. I'm getting nervous. This is a wonderful group of people. I'm just so excited and thrilled that you're all here tonight on this beautiful Wednesday, the 16th of September, 2015, for the third annual New York City Jazz Fans Decision 2015. Thank you so much for coming. This show and event is dedicated to Mr. Jack Kleinsinger, who is here tonight. We're going to leave all the good stuff for later on. Thank you. I like the way you did that. That makes me sound so much better. My wife and I would like to welcome you to our home, and we hope that you have a wonderful evening tonight in our home. We have a terrific staff here that is supporting us. I'd like to announce that the director of audiovisual sound and lighting, Mr. J.P. Perot, is behind the booth there. This show is actually being streamed to millions of people out there, whoever wants to watch, on Concert Window. And we have Rachel Joan, who's doing the videography. We have 6 cameras in the room. You can't see them, but they're hidden. There's 6 HD cameras, and we do live broadcasting. So thank you, Rachel, for doing a fabulous job. We have Fred Cohen, who's our photographer, and he'll be taking pictures throughout the event. It's exciting and thrilling for me to see the turnout this year. This is the most exciting year so far, isn't it, Gwen? Would you give it up for Gwen, please? Gwen Kelly. This event is the result of fans making the decisions as to who their favorite jazz artists are in New York City. And these are some of the best in the world that have been nominated and voted. And we're not only celebrating the best jazz artists, but we're also celebrating the fans tonight. Because without the fans, there's no show. And it's the fans who love this music that keep live entertainment alive that we celebrate tonight. So thank you, fans. Whoever and wherever you are, whether you're a musician or a fan. So I hope you enjoy this evening. My wife and I will be joining you. And I'd like to call to the microphone now the lovely and talented Gwen Kelly, the publisher of Hot House magazine.
I have a husband too, you know. All right, so many people in the room, many of my favorite people in the world, and to see you all here tonight means a lot to me. It's unbelievable. When we started 3 years ago, how many people did we have? Forget about that. What matters is you are all here tonight. And I want to acknowledge a few of you. Thank you, my dear. And first of all, of course, my husband, Joe Kelly. I am the luckiest woman in the world to have met you. Here you go. My son from another mother, Joseph Kelly. His fiancée, Kim, Okay. Dennis and Margie, that's my table over there. My folks, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. My very dear friend, Dottie Slagol. And for you guys who are single, she's the best-looking single in the house. Ouch! Then I would like to acknowledge, I don't know if she's here, I have not seen her, Jackie Lennon. I know she has a reservation. Jackie, are you here? If you are here, stand up. No. I know that Adrienne DeVore is right here on my left. Please wave. She's a mover and shaker in New Jersey. Then I have here Emily Ponce. She is the person who started our Latin column in Hot House, the Latin side of Hot House. You bet. So anybody who has a Latin event, please let her know. I want to acknowledge, I don't know if you are here, Nathan Kamal. Nathan, contributing writer for Hot House. Then I know we have Dave, right here, David Koss, who is a fabulous vocalist. He performs every Sunday night at the Garage in the West Village, and he has been booking the club for a decade or so. And unfortunately, the Garage is closing doors at the end of the year, so please rush and support the last events. I would like to acknowledge Catherine Ancio. Is she here? Here you are. Nice to see you. Catherine brings jazz musicians from the States to festivals in France, so whomever wants to play there, you go. And if I forgot or didn't see some of you, I do apologize. I know you're coming soon. Now I would like to introduce our Master of Ceremony for tonight. But before that, I want to ask you, who was there last year? You were? You were. Who else was there? Well, this message is for you. I promise you we are going to have a more sober presentation of the award. Pun intended. We love you, Warren, still. How many of you were awarded in the previous years? Harry is not here, and Daniel has his new baby born just today, so he won't be, he might be late, I don't know. He's here? Hey, congratulations, a boy or a girl? Woo! Now, we have found since we started that fan-based award that, and you will notice that tonight, that the winners are not always predictable. And we will have some newcomers in the winner circle. So this could be for a number of reasons. A loyal fan base, a very big family, right? Or maybe it's just evidence that how dynamic jazz can be. So that's why we are glad to give a voice to the fans, and we will continue to do so in the next and upcoming awards. And now, our MC. It looks like everywhere I go, I run into our 2015 Master of Ceremony. Whether it's a fundraising event for the Jazz Foundation of America, a Jazz Mobile outdoor concert, a festival in New Jersey like last weekend in Ridgewood, a jazz brunch at the New Jersey Pax Dorton's Place, at the Kitano, where she's celebrating the release of her latest CD, World Peace in the Key of Jazz. Antoinette Montague is everywhere. A tireless ambassador of music, for the music. She sings jazz, she sings the blues, she sings it all, and she sings it from her heart. As Jimmy Heath says, Antoinette has an instrument, delivery, and enunciation that touch my soul. And if that was not enough, she's launching the Jazz Women to the Rescue, an association that brings musical education to schools and helps with donated used instruments. So please give a warm welcome to chanteuse extraordinaire Antoinette Montague. Woo! She's gorgeous.
Gwen Cavalier Kelly, president of Hot House magazine. Tonight, why is it unlike any other night? We're all together here inside of community, that's right. Hot House and Metropolitan Room, chasing away the gloom, making some serious room for leaders and winners. Welcome to the Hot House Metropolitan Awards. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out. Now tonight, the first award that we are going to present is Best Drums. You know, we think of Papa Joe, Jones, Philly Joe. Give them a round of applause because they are indeed the creators, indeed the innovators that we all steal from. It's okay to steal from artist to artist, but it's plagiarism if you don't honor source. So we honor source on all of these awards, correct? That's right. In the category of Best Drums, we have, of course, Matt Wilson. Roy Haynes. Jeff Tane Watts. Louis Nash. Oh, yeah. And there are so many others. But to present the Best Drum Jazz Award is none other than our own community beloved Todd Barkin. May I tell you a little bit about Todd Barkin? Todd Barkin, go ahead. For 5 decades, Todd Barkin has been a passionate and successful producer, programmer, and advocate for the very best in American jazz. As the owner of the legendary Keystone Corner in San Francisco in the 70s, he booked renowned artists such as Stan Getz, George Benson, Bill Evans, Miles Davis, Phil Woods, Art Blakey, and the Messengers. A New Yorker since 1983, he served as artistic administrator of jazz at Lincoln Center in 2001, bringing the who's who of jazz into Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola for over 10 years. To date, he has produced over 800 world-class recordings and received a Grammy in 2015 as a producer of the Best Latin Jazz album for Offense of the Drum by Arturo Farrell and the Afro-Latin Jazz Orchestra. Please welcome to the stage the great Todd Barkin.
Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this music, which is what we're all about. And without further ado, we want to welcome one of the world's greatest jazz drummers and jazz educators and men of this music, the incredible Matt Wilson, the winner of this year's Jazz Drummer of the Year, the one and only Mr. Matt Wilson.
Thank you so much, New York. Thank you, Hot House. When I look at those gentlemen up there, you know, wow. Heroes of mine, you know. I'm a country kid from Knoxville, Illinois, and to be in this city and doing this music, it's a dream come true. Just stay up here with me, Todd. We'll dance a little bit. Roy Haynes is my neighbor. Jeff Tain Watson, Louis Nash, and I have been friends for years, so it's really great. I would like to thank, especially, this would not be possible without my wife, who we lost 15 months ago to leukemia. And so my children and I have 4 teenagers. And I know she would say this too, that what's really gotten us through all of this is community. And I think the New York jazz community, I say this worldwide, the worldwide jazz community, but especially New York jazz community is the greatest, one of the greatest group of people ever. From the players to the fans, thank you, to the writers, to the presenters, to everyone, club owners. We're all family, and it's a beautiful thing. And so I'd like to dedicate this award to her, but on behalf of her to you people, the community, New York jazz community. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's hear it from Matt Wilson. Matt Wilson, making the beat sing and the melody swing at all times. And now we're going to give this back to Antoinette.
But I would like for you to hang out with me for a minute when I have a seat. And that's great. Okay. So, a little traveling music slightly, just underneath, so we're not cold. So, our next award, one of the absolute greatest on the planet. The folks who are up for this particular award for Best Alto Saxophone, Daniel Bennett, who I think he's here, from over there in the corner. Sweet Papa Lou Donaldson, who's over at the Blue Note tonight. Lauren Stillman, who is here. Where are you? Ah. Vincent Herring. And to announce that award is Todd Barkin. Ditto on everything I just read about him just now.
Thank you, Antoinette. And the winner of this award is a very dear friend of mine and one of the best friends this music ever had. A legendary, truly legendary innovator and very distinctive and important voice in modern music. The legendary Mr. Lou Donaldson. Sweet Papa Lou. Thank you. Yeah, I'm accepting on behalf, I'm not Lou Donaldson, but he is my dear, dear friend. So I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of Lou Donaldson. Thank you.
Don't let them step on your gown either. And as the presenters leave with the folks who are the awardees, we ask that everybody go over to the board outside and have their pictures taken with the photographer. Our next award. You got to pull a lot of strings in this world and make it through on this instrument. We have great, great, great jazz guitarists on the scene. So many in the past, Les Paul, so many in the current George Benson, so many greats, so many greats. So amongst the folks up for this particular award, Mr. James Chirillo. Here. Jonathan Kreisberg. I think he is here. Is he here, Jonathan? He's got a split. He's got a gig at the bar next door, so. Russell Malone. Russell didn't give you all $1, did he? Anyway. So to introduce that award will be the one and only Mr. Will Friedwald. May I read you a little bit about him? Where is Will? 1 second, 1 second. Oh. Yeah. Let me get that there. Yeah, vamp, just a bit. Slowly and lightly. Will Friedwald, author and music critic. Will Friedwald writes about jazz and the nightlife for the Wall Street Journal. He is also the author of 8 books on music and popular culture, including the award-winning and biographical guide to the great jazz and pop singers, Sinatra, The Song Is You, Stardust Melodies, Tony Bennett, The Good Life, and jazz singing. He's written over 600 liner notes. One of them was mine. That's right. Yeah. What an honor that was, too. 600 liner notes for compact discs, received 10 Grammy nominations, and appears frequently on television and other documentaries. He is also the co-producer and writer of Michael Feinstein's Jazz and American Songbook series at Jazz at Lincoln Center and the American Songbook New Jersey PAC TV series for WNET and PBS. With great, great family pride, let's put our hands together for Mr. Will Friedwald.
Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you, Gwen Kelly. When did she get to be Irish? She's about as Irish as Inspector Clouseau. Thank you, Danny Mixon, one of the great unsung heroes of jazz piano. Before we get to the subject at hand, is Bill Milkowski here? Bill Milkowski said I dress like a funeral director. I ask you. I mean, I have to wear the tie. You never know when you're going to be at New Blue at 2 o'clock in the morning and run into Rupert Murdoch. So I have to wear, or maybe the Vision Festival. So that's where I have to wear the tie. Anyhow, I'm happy to present the award for jazz guitar, and I have a feeling the selection process was somewhat random. But actually, jazz guitar is like the hardest, for me, it's the hardest to give love to because there are so many jazz guitarists out there. It seems like half of every CD that comes over my doorstep is a jazz guitar. It seems like you can't throw a rock over a wall without hitting a jazz guitarist. But one of the few, does anybody not know that it's Russell Malone, by the way? One of the few guitarists that I will not only walk across the street to hear, but will go all the way across town, will go all the way to another borough, is the wonderful, wonderful Russell Malone. He plays with such invention, warmth, humor, great harmony, great melody, great swing. He's a fantastic musician who happens to play the guitar, and an amazing sense of humor. About 15 years ago, he and I went to hear Jon Hendricks at the Blue Note, and this was at the time that it was just announced that Rod Stewart was doing an album of the Great American Songbook. And upon receiving this news, without missing a beat, Russell turns to John and myself and says, well, Rod bless the child that's got his own. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Russell Malone.
Took time off from his birthday to present the award tonight. So happy birthday to you, Will.
Happy birthday, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Gwen from Hot House Magazine. Thank you to Barney Kessel, Kenny Burrell, Joe Pass, Jim Hall, I'm standing in the shade today because those gentlemen planted the tree a long time ago. And yeah. And thank you, fans. I'm really honored and touched. A lot of you have been listening to me play since I first hit the scene about 30 years ago with Jimmy Smith. And you watched me grow and develop as a musician. And there have been some hits and some misses, but you didn't give up on me. And I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I brought my guitar. Is it okay if I play one tune? Oh, and before I forget, I'd like to dedicate this to the late, great Mulgrew Miller. Very dear friend who left too soon. I'm going to play something. I'm going to give you a sneak preview of something that will be on my next recording. You heard it here first.
when a man loves a woman. Our next award is for the best clarinet. And in that category, there are 3 nominees: Anat Cohen, Don Byron, and Ken Poplawski. And to announce that award, we shall have beautiful, well, he's not here. So, Ken Poplawski is the winner of that. Now, Ken has a great excuse for not being here, a reason. He's at the Newport Beach Jazz Party in California. So, please tweet him right now and tell him you won or any of those other things. We're going to move on along to the best bass player in jazzdom. Who loves the bass? Now say, Christian McBride. Kevin Haley. Ooh, the night is young and the liquor is working. Boots Melson. He's here. And Dave Efrost. And to announce that particular award, Ari Silverstein, and I'm going to invite him to present the award. Everybody say, oopa. It seemed to work for the last people. I don't know what the heck.
That's the guy over there, Misha. Michael Katsobashvili. Wonderful producer, does a lot of events with Will. I won't talk for too long, because you know I will. For those of you who know me, I'm Ari Silverstein, the host of the Encore series and also the founder of NYC Jazz Tour. We offer 6 different New York City walking tours. And without further ado, I would like to introduce the winner of Bassist of the Year. This man originally hails from Australia. He moved to New York City in 2011 and can be seen around town with such featured people as Melissa Hamilton, who's sitting right here, Saul Zebulon Rubin, and his wife, the incredible pianist and vocalist Jane Irving, is here. Please welcome to the stage, Bassist of the Year, Kevin Haley. Congratulations, Kevin.
Thank you, Ari. Thank you, New York. This is great. That'll do. Thanks.
Moving along.
round of applause for this great trio up here. Isn't it nice to have a house band? Danny Mixon on piano. Bryce Sebastian on bass. Oh yeah. Jared Walzer on so our wonderful next is best baritone saxophone. And in that category, Joe Temperley, Claire Daly, lovely, lovely, Ron Kuber, Scott Robinson. Now, we're gonna move along a little bit because the time is progressing. So, and presenting that award is the wonderful Darthanne Kirk. Just a bit about Ms. Kirk. Darthanne Kirk is the founding member of WBGO Jazz 88.3. BGO was started 37 years ago and now is the country's largest jazz station. The widow of the late saxophonist Rahsaan Roland Kirk, she is known as the local jazz community as Newark's first lady of jazz. A tireless ambassador for the music, while taking care of Rahsaan's legacy, she found time to originate and run the monthly Jazz Vespers at Newark's the greatest church in the world, Bethany Baptist Church in Newark, my hometown. And for the last 15 years, she has done that. Since then, and since 2012, she's been hosting Jazz Sunday brunches at Darthanne's place at her own room in New Jersey, PAC, which I hope I'll see you February 14th of next year. Please give a super round of applause for Jazz's own Darthanne Kirk. Darthanne Kirk.
Thank you, Antoinette, and thanks to Hot House for all they do. I've written just a little bit about the winner. He's a native of New Jersey and grew up in an 18th century Virginia farmhouse. He moved to New York in 1984 and has performed with many jazz greats. He's performed in over 40 nations and has performed in diverse venues from Carnegie Hall to the Library of Congress and a performance honoring the birthday of the King of Thailand. He's been awarded fellowships, participated in Grammy-winning recordings. He has been featured on CNN and has won a number of awards. He's a respected performer in all areas of jazz, and he's arrived at his own unique musical voice. So I guess you've guessed it by now, but for those of you that didn't, please congratulate Scott Robinson. Congratulations.
Wow. Darthanne Kirk, you know, I mean, I grew up listening to Rahsaan's music. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't done that. Darthanne Kirk. Rahsaan was a great saxophonist and inspired a lot of people like me that play a lot of different instruments, and that gets me in trouble sometimes because, for example, now I feel slightly guilty about receiving this award, especially with Claire sitting over here somewhere. But we're old friends. We love each other. Yeah, many of you probably know that I've kind of backed away from the baritone in recent years in order to reestablish myself on tenor, and it's worked well for me because I've started to get more recognition as a tenor player. But I still love the baritone, and it's really nice to be recognized for still making a contribution to the instrument. I still play it, particularly with Maria Schneider's great orchestra. Yeah. She's done a lot for me and for this music. And so it really means a lot to me because, you know, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I really do love the baritone sax. I really do. I just had to kind of reorder things in my life. So I was asked to play a tune, and yeah. And I'm very happy to have a chance to play with this incredibly great trio, Danny Mixon Trio. Sounds fantastic. So I won't have any excuses if it goes badly. But anyway, I was debating what I should bring. You know, I thought, well, should I bring my main instrument, the tenor, or should I bring the baritone? You know, and I decided that the best thing to do so that nobody would feel cheated, I sort of added the two together. I added the tenor in with the baritone so everybody would really get their money's worth, and I brought the bass saxophone. So thank you very much for this recognition, and I'm going to play a little tune for you with the beautiful, wonderful Danny Mixon Trio. I have one at home twice this size, and I'm not joking.
Time is of the essence. We have 30 minutes left. Flies when you're having a ball, so that means next time we have to extend this program. So, okay. The next category we're going to go through quickly. We ready, family? Best tenor saxophone. And in that category, Sonny Rollins, Melissa Aldana, and she's in Boise right now. Ted Nash, Eric Alexander, Willie Williams, and the winner, accepting on their behalf, Hot House and Metropolitan Room, Melissa Aldana. And she is not here because she's at Boise, at the Boise State University Morrison Central Recital. So, yeah. So, our next wonderful award, and so because we have so little time, anyone who's playing once down and out, hit it with fire so that we can move on to the next folks. Sugar on top, no offense. I wish that we were here, I didn't, you know. So, we're going on to the best flute category. Flautist, flutist, whatever. Flautist. So in the best flute category, Lou Tabakin. There's a lot of noise going on, please. Let's get present, please, with sugar on top and bananas and strawberries. We have Andrea Brackenfeld. Jamie Baum. Don Braden, who is here. And to announce that winner is none only than Don J. Smith, who's one of our great promoters, sales, marketing, fundraising, concert productions, great experience with rosters from New Jersey State Council of the Arts and the Secretary of State. He does great promotions for the town of Morrison. He brought a great jazz and blues festival to that town. Also the Who's Who in New Jersey. And he's done amazing finale concert to Clark Terry with special guest Wynton Marsalis. Please put your hands together for Don J.
Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you very much. And I'd just like to take a second to introduce my business partner, my wife, and a wonderful jazz producer, Linda Kiger-Smith. She's over here. Give her a round of applause. I couldn't do any of this without her. And when Gwen asked me if I would present the Flute Award, I was thrilled for a couple of reasons. One, many years ago, before my beard turned gray and I lost all my hair, I was a drummer. And I got to tell you, aren't we envious of the flute players? We're the first to arrive on the gig. They can come last because they have one little instrument to carry. And the other reason is our daughter is a wonderful classical flutist, so we grew up with the flute. But it's my pleasure to present this award to someone who's having a very special year. She has a new CD coming out next month, Lotus Blossom. She is touring all over the place, including the Havana International Jazz Festival. And it is a pleasure to present a great flute player and a good friend, Andrea Brackfeld. Andrea.
Thank you, everybody. I have to find a stand. Is there no? Oh. So this is a dream come true for me. Since I heard my first jazz record, Out to Lunch by Eric Dolphy. I've been out to lunch. So I'm not going to speak too much because there's a lot of other people after me and I don't want to bogart, but I do want to say that I wanted to pay homage to those who have come before me. So the person who played the first bebop solo, Jerome Richardson, in Lionel Hampton's band. Yes, yeah. Hubert Laws, of course, and Sam Most and James Moody, and the list goes on and on and on. So thank you so much for, when I got this email, I thought it was spam. And then I read it, I was like, wait, there's all these people here. It must be real. Okay, anyway, let the music speak for itself. Thank you so much from my heart. One, two.
That was beautiful. The next category is Best Trombone. John Allred, Clifton Anderson, and Wycliffe Gordon. And the winner is, guess who? Wycliffe Gordon. On behalf of Hot House and the Metropolitan Room, we happily accept, and we are moving right along. Best Trumpet. Best Trumpet. Roy Hargrove. Let's just hold them all until the end. Dwayne Eubanks, Avisha Cohen, Wynton Marsalis, Bria Schoenberg. Now, presenting the award for Best Trombone, Misha Katsoba. Thank you. I'm so busy trying to get to the next thing. Any of the soloists that come up, please, once down, out real quick, because I'm getting ready to come back on the stage. Mishka Katsobashvili. I ruined that, didn't I? I'm sorry. Oh. Hailing from the mountains of Georgia, the other Georgia, Misha made New York his home over 2 decades ago. The director of the New York Hot Jazz Festival, he has for years been an obsessive professional audience who's, I can barely concentrate. Come on, we could do this. We could do this, we're almost there. His jazz education commenced at Jack Kleinseger's Revered Highlights in Jazz. And please welcome to the stage, Misha.
Well, I am very honored to be here. Thank you, Gwen. I'm very honored to present the award for Best Trumpet. That goes to a remarkable artist, not only a remarkable trumpeter, but a fantastic vocalist, songwriter, band leader, and jazz advocate, co-founder of New York Hot Jazz Festival, and founder of New York's first Hot Jazz Camp, which will take place in next May with such luminary instructors as Catherine Russell and Vincent Gardner, among others. I am speaking, of course, of Bria Schoenberg. Bria, unfortunately, wasn't able to be here tonight, so I will read her acceptance. I am very honored and surprised to win this award in the company of those I consider the world's greatest trumpet players. I'd like to extend sincere thanks to everyone that voted, Gwen Kelly, Hot House Jazz Magazine, and the Metropolitan Room for hosting this event. I wish I could be there right now. It's been a wonderful 5 years of steady learning since I moved to New York, And this support gives me the encouragement to keep on keeping going. Thank you to my friend and collaborator Michael for accepting my behalf. It only seems fitting to end with a big Opa. Opa.
Our next category, Best Piano. Ehud Asheri. Ehud. Lee Tombolian, who is here. Michael Cabe. Isaac Ben Ayala. Danny Mixon. And one of our Queen of Hang, Sheila Anderson, is in the house. On-air hostess for WBGO. She has the Weekend Jazz After Hours, which I've had the pleasure of being interviewed on, as Lou Downey's son, and so many people. She's an incredible, incredible woman. Please welcome to the stage, Sheila Anderson. Lean on me.
That's right, I'm not strong. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so delighted to be here and also to give this to someone I've worked with many years at Jazzmobile, the Saturday Jazz Workshop. He's an incredible pianist, organist, and his new CD, Pass It On, is played often on WBGO. He has Fred Staten and Rudy Lawless. And my honor and pleasure to present this to Danny Mixon.
Thank you, Sheila Anderson. Thank you for your support. We have a short time. I just want to say that I'm very fortunate. I'm born here in New York, Sydenham Hospital up in Harlem. I was a tap dancer at 3 at the Ruth Williams Dance Studio. Went to performing arts as majored in dance. Yeah, and majored in dance. And I want to thank my grandparents, Esther and Robert Turner, for giving me piano lessons. And I had to make a decision. In short, I'd like to thank my spiritual father, Frank Foster, for his birthday's coming up next week. My other father in the business, his birthday's today, Lyles Atkinson. He's been with me since I was 19 years old. And I'd like to thank the Jazz Foundation for helping me at times where it was rough, and my doctor, Dr. Forty, out in the Inglewood Hospital when I had health issues. I'd like to thank. Okay, so I'm going to play one short thing from my CD, and I do have CDs tonight. But anyway, it's called The Sample Wheel. And I want to thank Jazzmobile for their support, because I do teach there every year. Beginners, I love beginners. Hold on. This is called The Sample Wave with Joe Sample. All right? 1, 2, 3.
I was supposed to sing, but I'm going to skip me in the interest of time. Fair? Fair. Yeah. We are out of time. Well, what is going on? Time is the big bad boss of us all, isn't it? Some of the baddest people we know aren't here anymore. But we are. So let's move right along. Here. Best organ. The great Dr. Lonnie Smith. The incredible Akiko Tsurika. Brian Charette. Presenting that award is everybody's favorite cat in their email, the great Jim Igo. Where are you, Jim? Give him some marching music. Jim Igo is a lifelong lover of jazz who has a good fortune of making his living from promoting jazz music. He's so happy every time you see him. Ka-ching. For the past 15 years, he's owned and operated the great jazz promo services that has made many a star of most of us. An early adopter of email marketing, he's built one of the largest databases in jazz industry. Besides Jack Kleinslager's Highlights in Jazz series, his folks include Les Paul from the Iridium Room, Cornelia Street Cafe, Jazz Gallery, Jazz Museum, Antoinette Montague, and so many of us in the house. Raise your hand if you've ever used jazz promo services. Take a look around, man. Do the marketing thing. I'm helping you out, man. Anyway, the great Jim Igo. I love him. You love him, too.
All right. In the interest of time, and in addition, I learned something about this, the recipient of this award tonight. In addition to being a phenomenally talented musician, he's also a white crane kung fu master, and he holds a black sash, and it comes in handy at gigs where shady owners don't want to pay up at the end of the night. So it gives me great pleasure to present this award to Brian Charette.
I promise I'm not going to get violent. Anyway, I'll be really fast because I know we don't have a lot of time. I just want to say I'm so fortunate to be here with all of you. I was the kid that was picked last for the kickball team. Not anymore. Anyway, I wanted to thank Gwen very much because the magazine has been so good to me. Gwen has come to my gigs in seedy downtown places, beautifully dressed. So, Gwen, thank you so much for your support. I so appreciate it. I wanted to say thank you to Dorthon and WBGO for playing my albums. And I want to say thank you to all the cats here that I get to play with. Matt Wilson, I saw him play when I was like 13 years old. Now I get to play gigs with him. Marcus, so many friends here. Thank you so much. I'm so honored. I'm not going to play, but if you want to hear me, you can come October 13th to the Jazz Standard. Thank you so much, everyone.
Our next awards go to Best Vibes. Warren Chason, Joe Locke, Chuck Red, James Shipp, Stephon Harris. Drum roll, and the award goes to Chuck Red. Next, take a deep breath. That was for me, thanks. I needed some air up here. Best Group. And not the drum roll part, but the walking, but that's all right. Trio de Paz. The Duca Francesca is the Duca di Francesca here. There he is. Give him a round of applause. Oh, I love him. I love everybody on here. Manhattan Transfer. Duchess. And String of Pearls. And to announce this next is Enzo. Wonderful, let's see. I think Jean O'Connor is here. Give her a round of applause. All right. So Enzo, we all remember jazz at the Jolly Madison Hotel. He's a promoter's promoter. He's a representative of this great music all over the world. Enzo.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Stay with me. Stay with me. I love singers, you know. My club was dedicated to singers, you know, and I love them. That's why I was called, and thank you so much to Gwen for that. I'm really thrilled to present this award. Tonight you have the Accent Award, you know, the Italian Accent Award. And I'm so thrilled to present this band. This is a wonderful, wonderful band. I will tell you something. As you heard, I had a band. I had a band. Yeah. I used to play saxophone. Yeah. I had a club in New York City called Enzo Jazz, dedicated to singers. And one night, 3 beautiful ladies showed up. You know, as Italian, I'm very sensitive to the beautiful ladies. And they came to me and say, okay, we would like to play here, sing. Yes. What do you do? We have a trio. A trio? Yes. We have a trio. We have 3 ladies singing, and it's called String of Pearls. Wow. That reminds me a beautiful song by Glenn Miller. And what kind of music you do? Oh, Glenn Miller and Your Sister, this kind of songs. And they gave me the CD. When I heard the CD, I was amazed by that. And I say, okay, we're going to book them. And since then, I booked them every time because they were really a blast. So please, welcome to the String of Pearls here tonight to give them the award. What, you are by yourself? I am. I was thinking to have a foursome tonight, but you're not only by yourself. Ah.
He never changes.
Jan O'Connor from the String of Pearls. And not to mention also Ollie Ross, who's playing tonight, and this week at Birdland, okay? I'm gonna run out there tonight because it's a wonderful band tonight playing. And of course, the other Susie, is not here. Okay, I'm so pleased and thrilled to give you this award, Jan. String of Pearls. Now, just one question for you. How did you have the idea to put together this band with these beautiful, 3 beautiful girls? Tell me.
It's a long story, and we don't have time for it here, but we started getting together to explore the jazz vocal traditions, starting with the Boswell sisters in the 1930s. Then we moved on to some of the sister groups of the 40s and 50s, Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross, a little bit of Mills Brothers, a little bit of Ray Charles, and finally a little bit of Motown and girl group, wherever our fancies took us. But we've been together for quite some time, and we continue to explore this wonderful tradition. And by the way, Holly Ross and Sue Halloran can't be here tonight, but Holly is at Birdland with an amazing project celebrating a vocal group backing up Annie Ross, John Hendricks, Bob Dorough, Sheila Jordan, and Andy Bay tonight at 11 o'clock. So thank you so much. And it's been a wonderful ride with Stringer Pearls. The only thing we ever argued about was what we were going to wear, and we still do.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry we're out of time. Such a great, great program, isn't it? Yeah. So, we now have Best Rare Instrument. Regina Carter. That was a rare instrument that she played, wasn't it? Hendrik Merkin, who is here. Hendrik, you here? There you go. The harmonica's not that rare, but David Oswald, is he here? In spirit. Ben Russell. And Edmar Castaneda. Scott Thompson will present that award, and his background in journalism, his voice, and his work has been heard on an assorted press radio networks, Mutual Broadcasting Network, NBC Radio. You know, he currently does a radio show, WPKN in Connecticut, and plays lots of Hendrix and Coltrane, which I actually hear. I'm in Connecticut, I'm in Fairfield. And he wrote CD liner notes. He's a wonderful man. Please give him a round of applause, and here we go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I always love this category. It includes just about everything. The winner tonight comes to us from Queens by way of Bogota, Colombia. He plays an incredible instrument, and it's a stringed instrument that goes back 3,500 years BC. His name is Edmar Castaneda. We'd like to welcome him to the stage. Besides his incredible technical ability, his love and spiritual compassion really comes through in his playing and in his smile, and you can see it in the smile in his family. Edmar. Well, I saw him my first time about 10 years ago at Dizzy's. I caught up with him at Yale University last year. He usually travels with a trio. His latest CD is live at the Jazz Standard. It's getting critical acclaim, international airplay, has musicians from 8 different countries on it, so it's truly world music that he plays. And just to watch him, if you haven't seen him before, it's mesmerizing, and it's just beyond words. It's spiritual to me. Edmar Castaneda. Edmar Castaneda.
All right. Thank you very much. Wow, it's so great to, to get the award for being a weird person playing an instrument, right? I hope one day will be a category about jazz harp, So I'm keep working and playing, and I just want to say thank you to everyone, and to thank Jesus Christ to give me the inspiration to play this instrument. And I hope you be blessed, all of you guys here. Thank you very much. Many blessings.
It's all an evil plot. They make me lose weight again. Another round of applause for that gentleman. All righty. Where the hell am I anyway? Ah. Best ensemble, right at the top where I was. Best ensemble is George G. Band. The Gabriel Algeria Afro-Peruvian Sextet. And presenting that award from the Great Jazz Foundation of America. One of our new family members that helps and guides and loves and is over the phone for a great, great, great support to the jazz community in crisis, Joe Petroselli.
Thank you, Antoinette. And thank you, Gwen, for shining a light on the Jazz Foundation a little tonight. The Jazz Foundation is really founded on the premise that all too often the musicians who give their heart and soul to bring us joy and comfort get too little in return. So it's wonderful to be at an event like this and see the fans give back some of the love and appreciation that they have for the artists. And I know that we all do this in our way every day, and that's as it should be. It also feels very appropriate that tonight's winner for the best ensemble is a band whose leader's name is quite literally synonymous with joy, and that's Gabriel Alegria and the Afro-Peruvian Sextet. This band, for now over a decade, has been a force in international music, recording, touring, edifying audiences, and delighting listeners around the world. Now on stage we have Laura Andrea Leguia, Yuri Juarez, Freddie Huevito Lubaton, and the professor, Gabriel Alegria. Congratulations.
If anybody's wondering why there's a 9-month-old here, my wife is from New Orleans, and babies go to bars there. It's the coolest thing ever. So thank you, Gabrielle, for being my wife and giving me this baby. And, we've been, we're from Peru, and we've been here in New York as a home base, away from home for several years. And now it feels more like home, and we really appreciate the opportunity to be here and to thank you all for this award, and to Hot House Magazine for always supporting what we do. And please check out Afro-Peruvian jazz music. If I may, every Friday night we play at the Zinc Bar. 8 o'clock every Friday night. Please stop by. There's also Larandrea's Afro-Peruvian big band that plays there once a month. And if you haven't, listened to Afro-Peruvian jazz music, that's our mission. That's what we do. And we hope that you'll all enjoy it and love it like we do. And the reason there's 4 of us, and it's the Afro-Peruvian Sextet, is because the bass player is still 9 months old. So she can do anything she wants with her life in addition to playing the bass. So, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
The next category, new best jazz artist, best new jazz artist. And in that category, Duchess, Nicholas King, Robbie Kamalo, who's here, Daniel Bennett, and presenting that award will be Bernie Firstband.
Thank you. You got nothing else to say about me? Just kidding. All righty. How do you like the show so far? We are in great company, let me tell you. This is the hottest club in the city tonight. We're rocking for sure. So, absolutely, yeah. We only have about 5 hours left, so nobody's leaving until it's over. All righty. I'm going to give you a hint who the winner is. He's a brand new father. Please give it up for Mr. Daniel Bennett. Congratulations, and I hope the newborn gives you inspiration for some great music. Here you go. Congratulations. You want to come up?
Thank you. Getting on stage is half the battle here. We did both of our CD release concerts right here at the Metropolitan Room. So Bernie, thank you for having the Daniel Bennett Group here. Back at you. Really quick, I promise 10 seconds. This is a very adventurous club. People think that cabaret clubs are sort of old school or something. These guys do everything, and they welcome. We did our CD release for The Mystery at Clown Castle, and Clockhead Goes to Camp. Don't ask, but Bernie was happy to support new music. So thank you, Bernie. It's so good to be here. Thank you, Gwen. Thank you, Metropolitan Room. Oh, man, all the media people here, Sheila. It's so great to see. And the other nominees, Lauren Stillman, alto sax, phenomenal. Matt Wilson, so great. My good friend Kevin Haley, all the way from Australia. Been playing with this guy for a long time. Thank you again for supporting music and for supporting the Daniel Bennett Group. And come see us here at the Metropolitan Room or elsewhere. Thank you again.
Thank you. Under the category of Best Female Vocalist, Melissa Hamilton, who's here. Daryl Sherman, who's here. Bria Schoenberg, who's here. Oops. So, Melissa Stelianu. Please forgive me, going back up. The hurrier she goes, the worse it goes, right? So Best Jazz Artist, Daniel Bennett, under the category of Best Jazz Artist. Daniel Bennett, Russell Malone, who's here, Annette Cohen, and Marilyn May. And we'll have Bernie come back and present that award.
Thank you, thank you. No, thank you. I hope nobody saw the name up there, right? Just you closed your eyes. All right. It's a privilege to call this gentleman back up on the stage. Please welcome back to the stage Mr. Russell Malone, the winner of this category, Jazz Artist of the Year. That's huge. Where are you, Russ? Russ, there he is. And I'm sorry we charged you the cover charge. I do apologize officially. Sorry. Hey.
Wow, I didn't see that coming, man. Anyway, well, hey, thank you. Thank you very much. And that's all I have to say. Thanks.
Thank you, Russell. Now, please forgive me for the error just now. You all forgive me? All right, thank you. So, hold on one second. Can we please have everyone's attention? Please, please. Hello, Enzo. Hello, Enzo. Enzo. That's not Enzo. Don J. We're trying to, yeah, you know, really. Am I wrong for doing that? Okay, good enough. Best female vocalist, Melissa Hamilton is here. Nikki Perot. Melissa Stelliano. Bria Schoenberg. Daryl Sherman. Oh, hometown fave. And presenting that award, Dan Morgenstern. Shh, please. I hate saying shh. A noted jazz historian and former editor for Downbeat magazine, Mr. Morgenstern is widely known as a prolific writer and comprehensive author of liner notes, winning 8 Grammys for Best Album Notes. He published 2 books, Jazz People, Living with Jazz, and which were both with ASCAP deemed Taylor Award. And he also is just a great historian, great educator, and please welcome to the bandstand, Mr. Morgenstern.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think you'll all agree that there is an abundance of singers, some may say even a surfeit, but there is not an abundance of a very special breed, and that is singers who have the ability to accompany themselves at the keyboard. And that is a rare breed. And outstanding among them is a lady who came from the grand metropolis of Woonsocket, Rhode Island, which also gave us Dave McKenna. Her father was a great trombonist who gave up playing primarily, didn't give up playing entirely, but he could have had a great career, but he decided to raise a family. And in that family was a lady whom I first saw, about the years ago, when George Wein had branched out to do part of the so-called Newport Jazz Festival in New York. I was doing it at Purchase, and I saw this lady at the piano, and she sang Japanese Sandman, and from that moment on, I became a fan of Daryl Sherman.
It was the Japanese Sandman? And all these years, I thought it was because, remember, this was in the 80s when I was more her age. I thought it was because you thought I looked like Anat Cohen. In my dreams. In my dreams. Thank you, Dan, for so many things, but particularly where singers are concerned, for mostly due to your radio program on BGO.
They fired me.
Well, I've been fired too. I've been fired too, but the melody lingers on, and particularly when you played all those amazing vocals by none other than Louis Armstrong, did I realize that he was as good a singer as he was a trumpet player, and there's so much to be learned from him. And a mentor of mine who would remind me, thank God, when I'm nervous like this, it's not about you. By the way, it was Sylvia Sims. That's how she spoke. Stop listening to the sound of your voice. Choose a great song and let it tell the story for you. And someone who shares an appreciation and love for Sylvia Sims also gave me my first break singing on a big stage without the piano. And that's Jack Kleinsinger. The impresario. I got to sing with Mike Renzi, Dave McKenna, both from Rhode Island. And so many mentors, but as Sylvia also would say, without the lyricists, we'd all be hummers. And the greatest inspiration to sing is the poetry of lyrics, and of course, amazing melodies. Hard to pick one song. Hoagie Carmichael, Hoosier, who was so steeped in jazz, this melody that became one of the greatest standards was inspired by one of his favorites, Bix Beiderbecke, and the words were by Johnny Mercer, who grew up in the South and just gave lyricists this gift of such colorful images and sounds and wide vowels and wistful songs that spoke of things like the heart that can't find a home. Skylark, have you anything to say to me? Won't you tell me where my love can be? Is there a meadow in the mist where someone's waiting to be kissed? Skylark, have you seen a valley green with spring, where my heart can go a journey over the shadows and the rain to a blossom-covered lane, and in your lonely flight, haven't you heard the music in the night? Wonderful music. jazz alone, sad as a gypsy, serenading the moon. A skyline, I don't know if you can find these things, but my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, won't you lead me there? Lead me there. Thank you so much.
Dan Morgenstein and Darrell Sherman. Another round of applause. Our next illustrious category, Best Male Vocalist. Tony Bennett. Theo Beckman, Oleg Frisch, Marcus Goldhaber, Alan Harris, who's here, amazing. And we shall have that award presented by Robin Bell Stevens, my sister from another mother. Round of applause for. Robin Bell is the director of Jazzmobile, the oldest not-for-profit arts organization founded by Dr. Billy Taylor, Daphne Arnstein, and Jimmy Heath. With free jazz concerts brought throughout the metropolitan area, Jazzmobile Summerfest is the longest continuous running jazz concert series. Prior to joining Jazzmobile, she was the director of marketing and creative services for Jazz at Lincoln Center. It would take too long to mention all of the amazing things Robin is and has done for so many musicians, including myself. I wouldn't have my Harlem audience if it were not for Jazzmobile. Her tireless volunteerism, list of multiple awards, just to name a few: Hero at Jazz Journalists Association, and the amazing Women in Jazz, International Women in Jazz Award. Please welcome wonderful Robin Bell Stevens, daughter of Aaron Bell, Dee Dee Bell.
Thank you so much, Antoinette. Good evening, everyone. What a fabulous evening. And Gwen, you're amazing. Thank you for doing this. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Jazzmobile, we've been doing this for 51 years, doing free concerts around the city of New York. So it's quite amazing. And it was wonderful to see so many of the artists that we present on our stage here tonight. But I am going to say the man that we are honoring tonight is probably one of the 3 best jazz vocalists in the country today. He's a native New Yorker. He takes his sultry baritone voice to clubs, concert halls, and even to the streets, having performed a couple of times at Jazzmobile. He has wowed audiences with his interpretations at Jazz Standard, Jazz at Lincoln Center, the British Isles, Europe, and Israel. And as a composer and accomplished guitarist, he is a soul, light funk, R&B, and pop singer, as well as a fabulous jazz singer. He has won multiple awards. But tonight it's all about Hot House and Metropolitan Fans Award. So having reimagined standards by Billy Strayhorn, Nat King Cole, Duke Ellington, and Louis Armstrong on 10, I'm going to say it, albums, Alan's voice is unforgettable. And I do believe when Alan sings It's a Wonderful World. So please put your hands together for for the #1 vocalist of the year for Hot House Magazine and Metropolitan, please, and also Tony Bennett's favorite jazz singer, I might add, Mr. Alan Harris.
I thank you very much. I played with so many cats in here. Tell you, I probably owe some people some money too. As a vocalist, you're taught to sing the melody and sing the lyric, but you'd be nothing without these wonderful, wonderful artists that help support you. How about I have a Danny Mixon? I'd like to thank Robin and Gwen and WBGO Darathon, and also my lovely partner and wife of 38 years. Can you believe that? Let's do a song. Thank you very much. Was it in Tahiti? Were we on the Nile? Long, long ago, say an hour or so, I recall that I saw your smile. Oh, I like that. There you go, Danny. I remember you. You're the one who made my dreams come true. A few kisses ago, I remember you. You're the one who said, I love you too. It's true, didn't you know? Yeah, baby. I remember too a distant bell and stars that fell like a rain out of the blue. When my life is through and the angels ask me to recall the thrill of them all, I'll simply tell them I remember you. I remember too a distant bell and stars that fell like a rain out of the blue. I like that rain. When my life is through and the angels ask me to recall the thrill of them all, I'll simply tell them I remember, I remember, I remember you. Thank you. Thank you, Metropolitan Room. Thank you, Gwen. Thank you.
Thank you, baby.
Alan Harris. Here's his award. Oh, Robin has it. Wonderful category. Best up and coming young artist, and to present that person will be Gwen Cavalier Kelly.
That's me. All right. Our next awardee is a very special young girl. This 13-year-old pianist, organist, started to play piano after being inspired by the movie Ray when she was about 4 or 5. She has already earned the 2013 Youth in Action International Women in Jazz Award and caught the attention of nobody less than Joey DiFrancesco, Dr. Lonnie Smith, the late Bob Belden, former A&R of Blue Note, and our own Antoinette at a St. Peter's Church event. She has released her debut CD and has a second one on the work. No wonder Jimmy Smith calls her the old girl. Please welcome on stage the one and only Leonika Schubert. And Daddy is the proud, where are you? Nick Schubert over there, and her sister Natasha over here. So I am so pleased to present you with this award. I heard so many good things about you. It's going to be difficult for you to play, but I have a deal with the honoree of the night, Jack Kleinsinger, and he promised me this morning on the phone, and I'm going to make sure he keeps up his promise, to hire you in his upcoming Highlights in Jazz series. And that is a fabulous, fabulous gift, much better than the award.
Thank you so much, Gwen. This is truly like a dream come true. I don't even know what to say. I just want to thank everybody that supported me, like Bob Belden, Dr. Lonnie Smith, my teacher, Steve Ash, and Antoinette Montague, and many others that have inspired me. So thank you so much.
You're a sweetheart. Best of luck. Now I would like to welcome on stage my Bernie, because now it's the time for the honoree of the night. Boom, 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 boom. Where is my, where is the sound guy? So, to present the honoree of the year, we would like to call Arnold J. Smith. Where are you? Here you are. Come on down. Where is Antoinette?
One of our very own community, family, jazz advocates. He's a part of so much in this great, great world of jazzdom. I know he has promoted Mike Longo's series for many, many years, many multiple events at St. Peter's Church, many Jack Kleinsinger events. Arnold J. Smith, round of applause.
Thank you. I spoke to Jack earlier and he gave me a very short list. My memory, as Phil Woods used to say, my memory is still good, just short. So I'm going to read this scribbling that I wrote down here. Jack has done a lot of things besides Highlights in Jazz, but during Highlights in Jazz, I mean, he introduced such people as, or re-brought to the fore Doc Cheatham as a singer, Maxine Sullivan had retired, and he brought her back to her glory. And the first time I ever saw John Pizzarelli was at a Jack Kleinsinger concert, introduced by his father, of course, Bucky. But Jack wanted me to say a few things, and I'll be very, very brief, I hope. Every concert, he said, has a surprise guest or surprise guests. Sometimes they're in the audience. Sometimes he actually plans on bringing them up on stage. I won't go into the list. Every year, he produces a show about a living and for a living musician, so we don't forget who they are while they're still, what he says, smelling the roses. Or maybe the oatmeal. We tried to figure out how many years we've been together. If you can't see the list, but it says 41 years crossed out, 42 years crossed out, going on 43 years crossed out. Suffice it to say, we've been together for 4 decades. That's a lot of time. And there's something I saw him call. He's been called a lot of things. We'll leave that. It's a family show here. What he did was, somebody called him legendary. That's gonna kill us all. If Jack Kleinsinger is legendary, we're all in serious trouble. He MCs all his own shows, and where he gets all these accolades that he comes up with, I'll never understand. Yeah, definitely keeper of the plane. So please welcome our honoree for this whole event, Jack, my friend, Kleinsinger.
Thank you, Arnold. Arnold has been with me since almost the beginning, and this was interesting. He was a stockbroker with Merrill Lynch, making a lot of money and all of that, and married, and wonderful family. And he said to me, I want to get into jazz. I said, well, do that, but keep your day gig, Arnold. And he didn't listen to me, and the next thing he knew, he was broke, his family broke up, everything. But he has been with me through these years. Jazz will do that to you, right? I kept a day gig. I was a assistant attorney general for the state of New York. I know we're running late on time, but I have to tell this story. It's a great story. I worked for the attorney general of the state of New York. And when I started doing jazz concerts, I had a publicist who really went to town with picture stories in the New York Times, the Daily News, the Post, and all of them said the same thing. Prosecutor by day, jazz maven by night. So the Attorney General was less than thrilled with this. It was Louis Lefkowitz at the time. And he called me and he says, you know, you're making it look like we run a clown show here. Like you don't have enough work to do. And I absolutely forbid you to use your title, Assistant Attorney General, State of New York, or this office in any of your promotion. Okay, it's a political job. It hangs by a thread. They have your undated letter of resignation. All they have to do is put a date on it. I said, fine. So I go on Joe Franklin's show. And to Joe, this is the great story. You know, you're a prosecutor by day and you're doing jazz at night. And I said, Joe, you cannot cost me my job. You cannot use my title. Okay, Joe is perfect. He introduces me as an attorney who also does jazz concerts. No harm done. 2 weeks later, who do you think becomes a guest on Joe Franklin's show? My boss, the Attorney General of the state of New York. And what are the first words out of Joe Franklin's mouth? Ow! We had one of your assistants down here the other day. The kid runs great jazz concerts. So, I get called to come in at 8:30 in the morning the next day. And this does not look good. And the Attorney General says, what will you do if I make you choose between these concerts and your job? Now, I love jazz, and I've been a fan all my life, and I love doing the concerts. But let's face it, you know, a job's a job. And I told him, I said, don't make me make that choice, sir. He said, why not? I said, well, obviously I'm going to choose my job. I went to college. I went to law school. It's my profession. It's my livelihood. However, I'll have to issue a press release that we're ending our jazz concert series, which is in its 44th year, by the way. And thank you. And canceling musicians' contracts because the Attorney General of the state of New York feels it's undignified for a member of his staff to promote America's black art form. I said the magic word. Won the battle, lost the war. Kept my job, kept doing the concerts, didn't get a raise for 4 years, even though every state attorney across the board got a raise. But I have loved doing it. I've worked with so many of the musicians here tonight. It's been a dream come true. And, you know, this is like the Academy Awards. People come on and say, I want to thank the little people. I want to thank the big people, the musicians that worked for me, Arnold, who's helped me on every concert, Gwen, who through Hot House keeps this music alive. The fact that you're here, the fact that you can read every month who's appearing in jazz clubs, that is sensational. Danny Mixon. Danny's played highlights in jazz. This is one of the great, great musicians. It's been a fabulous night. It's been a fabulous ride. I can't tell you how happy I am. And this is like the icing on the cake. I've loved doing highlights in jazz for 44 years. Nobody ever honored me before. So I thank Metropolitan Room and Hot House and all of you for showing up. God bless you. She spelled my name right.
Now, I want to give a special award to Jack. The award of the best pain in the neck. Yep. Let me tell you something. Since I bought the magazine in 2002, I have been dealing with Jack every single time he has his series. And every one of them, I will get a phone call. Gwen, it's Jack Kleinsinger. Listen, I received my Hot House this month. I have Nikki Parrott playing. She should be in the Jazzwoman column. I have Wycliffe Gordon. He should be on the cover. In your listing, you say that the ticket price is $44. Now it's $45. That's how Jack is. Devoted to his artist, passionate about jazz, hands-on, checking every single detail, and every month, without a doubt, I would see on my caller ID, Jack Klein Singer, and I would think, oh no, what did I do this time? So, being myself a major league control freak, I get it, Jack. I got it.
Good.
And I want to thank you for keeping me on my toes.
Thank you.
I want to do a little.
We have one more gift for you, Jack. Jack, we have one gift for you. Nikki Parrott insisted to play for you with Rossano. Where are you, Nikki? Sportiello, because you are big fan of them. Of course she is. And here she comes. Nikki Parrott, the fantastic bass player and vocalist, and Rossano Sportiello, one of the best things that Italy brought to us.
Thank you so much. Wow, congratulations, Jack and Gwen. Thank you for inviting me. All the artists, congratulations. Wow. I'm just going to get a stand. Oh, here it is, yeah. Let's give it up for the wonderful Rossano Sportiello on the piano. The very thought of you and I forget to do those little ordinary things that everyone ought to do. I'm living in a kind of daydream. I'm happy as a queen and foolish though it may seem to me. That's everything. The mere idea of you, the longing here for you. You'll never know how slow the moments go till I'm near to you. I see your face in every flower and your eyes in stars above. It's just the thought of you, the very thought of you, my love, my love, my Thank you, Jack Kleinsinger and Gwen, for everything you do for jazz in New York City. Rossano Sporiello.
Leonica, please, you can come to the piano.
Nikki Perot. She's so beautiful. So, hit it, blues in G. Leoniki. Well, we're at the end, each and every one of you, my friends. We hope to see you all back here again next year. Monday, September 19th, please mark your calendars. Please let your friends and family know that we will have another award show. Next year, we'll have extra 5 pounds of it to shove into the 30 pounds of it that we'll have for you. Now, the rules, the nominations go in May to June 2015, and voting happens July through August of 21st.
Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We know we had a lot of competition. Thank you for the musician. Thank you because without you, there is no magazine, there is no club, there is no PR, there is nothing. So thank you all for playing that fabulous music. Thank you for the house band. Danny Mixon, Bryce Sebastian, Jared Walser. Thank you for the staff. We have stretched beyond acceptable, and I apologize. Thank you for the presenters. Thank you for the staff at Metropolitan Room. I said that already. Jack Kleinsinger. Thank you, the audience, and thank you for all the fans who have been making that possible. And whatever it is that I have left, I apologize. Have a fabulous, fabulous night, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Next year, the Madison Square Garden. Yay!
Say bye-bye, baby. See you soon, baby. Listening to WBGO, picking up jazz magazines as it flows. Support the Metropolitan Jazz Room, they is going special. Oh, your flowers that day. A round of applause for Gwen. Bernie and his beautiful bride. Yourselves, a round of hip hip, hooray, hip hip. Jazz lives today, so have a good time, baby. Let the good times roll. Let it go ahead on and play and fill your soul. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Roll all night long. Yes. Keep loving jazz.